Alright, I'm going to show you how to crochet a mermaid. There's a lot of hair. This is laying down. It doesn't sit up like most of my other patterns do. For this one, I'm using Cafe Latte for the skin color, and Red Heart Super Saver, Coffee for the hair color, Red Heart Super Saver, and then one of my favorite yarns ever, Lion Brand Landscapes in the color Boardwalk. For the lighter skin mermaid I have here, the skin color I used was Buff in Red Heart Super Saver. I'm also using 12mm plastic safety eyes, a yarn needle, and a size G hook or 4.25mm. And before I get started, my hamster is awake. If you hear any weird noises, that's her. Hi, Annie. Alright, for the head, I'm going to be doing 6 single crochet in the magic circle. Doing 2 single crochet in each stitch all the way around for a total of 12 in the round. Doing a single crochet and an increase all the way around for a total of 18 in the round. Doing 2 single crochet and an increase all the way around for a total of 24 in the round. I'm doing 4 more rounds with 24 single crochet in each round. I'm doing 2 single crochet and a decrease all the way around for a total of 18 in the round. Do a single crochet and a decrease all the way around for a total of 12 in the round. Alright, and I'm doing a decrease all the way around for a total of 6 in the round. End with a slip stitch, chain 1, break off your yarn. For the body, I'm doing 6 single crochet in the magic circle. I'm doing an increase in each stitch all the way around for a total of 12 in the round. Do a single crochet and an increase all the way around for a total of 18 in the round. Now I'm doing 5 rounds with 18 single crochet in each round. Alright, I've changed to the tail color. I'm going to be doing 3 more rounds with 18 single crochet in each round. I'm doing 2 single crochet and a decrease all the way around for a total of 14 in the round. I'm doing a single crochet and a decrease all the way around for a total of 10 in the round. Doing 3 single crochet and a decrease around for a total of 8 in the round. I'm stuffing as I go. Do 2 more rows with 8 single crochet in each row. I'm doing 2 single crochet and a decrease around for a total of 6 in the round. Finish with a slip stitch, chain 1, break your yarn. Alright, for the tail part, I'm making 2 of these. I'm doing 6 single crochet in the magic circle. Do an increase in each stitch all the way around for a total of 12 in the round. Doing a single crochet and an increase all the way around for a total of 18 in the round. Doing a slip stitch, chain 1, break your yarn, leave enough for sewing. What you're going to end up doing is folding them in half and then sewing them together. Here's a close-up on the tail for how it will look. Looks like a little fortune cookie. For her arms, I'm doing 7 single crochet in the magic circle. I'm doing 6 more rows with 7 single crochet in each row. Finish with a slip stitch, chain 1, break your yarn. I'm going to be doing a chain 14 in the tail color, or an alternate color, whatever you want. In the second from the hook, I'm doing a slip stitch. In the next, I'm doing another slip stitch. I'm doing 2 single crochet, 5 half double crochet, two single crochet, and 2 slip stitch. chain 1, break off your yarn. For the shell bra, I'm going to be doing 7 single crochet in the magic circle. Single crochet around for a total of 7 in the round. Finish with a slip stitch, chain 1, break your yarn. Leave a long tail on one of them. You're going to be using that for the strap on the back. Alright, I'm making the wig cap. What I do is I crochet like the top of the head, I sew that on, and then I just kind of latch hook individual strands of yarn to make the hair. It's very time consuming. In the hair color, I'm doing 6 single crochet in the magic circle. Increase in each stitch all the way around for a total of 12 in the round. Doing a single crochet and an increase all the way around for a total of 18 in the round. I'm doing 2 single crochet and an increase all the way around for a total of 24 in the round. While my hamster chews on her wood blocks. Sorry about that. I'm just going to be doing 3 more rows with 24 single crochet in each row. Finish with a slip stitch, chain 1, break off your yarn, leave a long enough tail for sewing. Alright, I'm going to start with some assembly. I'm going to weave the head closed. That sounds gruesome. Alright, sewing the head onto the body. I'm going to line up the join on the back, in the back of the head. That will be covered up with the belt, but it's easier for lining up the arms later. I'm sewing the head on row of 12 onto the row right after the 12 onto the body. Just be paying attention to your rows when you get toward the back. Get a little wonky. Ah. I'm just bringing the string from the end of the tail up into the body. I'm not going to need that. Alright, the pieces for the tail, I'm folding in half, and I'm just going to stitch them, both of them closed. I think this is called whip stitching, just around the end here. I'm going to keep the tail on both of them for sewing. Alright, now you're going to sew the two tail pieces together with the magic circle facing in toward the other part of the tail. Master of explaining things. It's going to kind of look like a fortune cookie. I'm just making my first stitch at the top just to hold it in place. And I'm just going to make 1, 2, maybe 3 stitches down to the top of the magic circle. So it's closed a little bit, but still open enough to look like a tail fin. Alright, I'm going to make a knot and tuck in, weave in this string. Alright, I'm just going to sew the end of the tail fin onto the end of the body, making sure that you sew through both parts of the end of the body just to close that up so no stuffing falls out. Alright, I'm going to sew the belt on. The ends are going to be in the front. It is going to be a little tight, but it helps it stay on. I'm going to make a few stitches around the belt going through the body just to keep everything in place. Sewing the arms on the row right after the increases on the body. Make sure you're sewing through both sides of the arm. I'm just realizing now that the body color I chose is a really good color match to the desk, and I hope that you're able to see what I'm doing. I'm just making a few stitches, a few rows down to keep the arm in place. That is a personal preference for me. And then a few stitches up the body just to clean up those lines. Going to sew the shell bra on. The very top of the shell bra is going to be lined up with the row you added the arms onto, the last row of increases. You can add a little bit of stuffing into the shell bra, just don't overstuff it. I find it's really easy to overstuff them. Alright, I'm just bringing this down a little bit. I'm going to use this to make the back of the bra. I'm just going to go under the arm, across the back of the body, and through the other arm, having it lined up with where the bottom of the other part of the bra will be. I'm just going to leave that there until I sew the other half on, and then I'll just make a knot. Alright, now I'm just making a knot here on the bottom of the other side of the bra. And then bring that into the body after you tie it. Alright, I'm going to sew the wig cap on. It is 3 rows, so it should be lined up right 2 above the eyes. So 1, 2. It's going to go down a little bit farther in the back. Alright, you got the idea. I'm going to finish sewing around the end of the head. Alright, for the hair, you're going to need a lot of the yarn that you're using for the hair color. You're going to need a lot more than you think. I'm not measuring it. But you're going to want to cut off many strands of yarn depending on how long you want your hair. Her hair I cut even. It's pretty long to the start of where her tail fin is, but I always cut them to the end of the tail. That's just the haircut that I do to make it even. If you want shorter hair, you can make them shorter. That's the rule of thumb I do. I am going to measure a strand from the center of the head to the end of the tail, so you don't get upset with me for estimating. Alright, I'm going to cut about 500,000, no, I'm just kidding. I'm going to cut a bunch of strands 18 inches long. If you want to make different hairstyles like braiding, you're going to want to make them even longer, like incredibly long. I think add maybe 4 or 5 inches to whatever number I just gave you. Alright, and it begins. So I look at this wig cap like a grid. I start out with the area where you sewed it on. I'm just going to do an entire row all the way around to start. Let me explain this. I fold the piece of hair in half. I go through with the hook through where I'm putting the hair, grab the yarn, pull it through. I'm going to do a chain 1. I find that sometimes if this is played with a lot, the hair can work its way loose. So I'm also doing another chain 1, and you're going to have to go through and tighten the hair. This is going to take a very long time. I'll see you when I have finished going all the way around the head. I'm going to do a few more on camera first. So chain 1, chain 1. Well, I guess technically you're doing chain 2. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, we're going to ignore the fact that I did the back half of the hair already. So I did the first row. Alright, so looking at this like a grid, I'm going to do one more row, but instead of going over the stitches, I'm going to go in between the rows. So I'm going to go all the way around the head, going between the rows. I'm just going to be doing this for this row so that there isn't a gap when the hair flips over. Alright, so after doing that row, which I didn't finish yet, but pretend, you're going to go in between the rows. You're going to do 2 rows together, just so that you're not using 5,000 strands of yarn, and just do the same thing, but you're going to be doing 2 rows together. And then after that, go up a row, so you're going to be doing the 2 rows right before the magic circle. It'll be just the magic circle showing. So the next row would be, again, 2 together. So then the very last row will be going in the magic circle. You're going to go all the way around. Alright, so I'm just going to go and finish up those rows and pull all of these down. Alright, so I forgot that I was filming this and already gave her a haircut. I cut it shorter than this first one. I like to have them all a little bit different. For curly hair, I want her to have straight hair, but for curly hair, you can just untwist, and then I take the needle and I just pull them apart. There's 4 strands in these, and then it just gives her really curly cute hair. But my hands are hurting so much right now, so I'm not going to be doing that for this one, but that is an option. I also like to add, while I'm doing the hair, I can use strips of the color and just do some highlights in the hair. With the tail color, there's a lot that you can do with these. That's it. There's the mermaid.
Alright, I'm going to get Apple for cooperating.